What is up guys, Andy Forrestin Runner here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm taking you guys on a long run with me and then we're going to be unboxing the Alphafly 2. Oh, and by the way, I seem to be being watched by a nice big wild boar. Yep, that's right, Alphafly 2 being delivered today. Super excited to unbox these things and give them a test. They're meant to come yesterday and today's long run was going to be adapted so that I could put an absolutely whopping long run in them, but it transpires the delivery was delayed, which is actually fine because I'm really suffering this morning. I'll explain a little bit more about that very shortly, but plans are having to change it anyway because of a cold I've picked up from the kids. So what I had planned was my 6.5 mile loop where 5.5 of it is all concrete. Oh, you can see I'm running through the forest right now, but this is concrete, so I've got a good little loop that has literally most of it's concrete and then just a mile of very flat buffed out trail, which is not gravelly, it's not stony, it's nothing. So I'm pretty comfortable in taking the Alphaflys on that for 3 miles out of a, I don't know, 20 odd mile run. So that was the plan. I'm doing that loop now anyway because I woke up and I knew I wouldn't be able to attack the hills like I would love to. So my initial thought was I'll abandon the loop and go and do my usual hilly long run, but I knew straight away yesterday after my easy run it was a challenge and I thought, is it the heat? What's going on here? But this morning I just feel so rough. My lad got ill on Thursday and he's been coughing and spluttering, and I've been coughing and spluttering since Friday, yesterday morning when I woke up. Interestingly, and this ties back to the video that I said how much fitness have I lost in a week a couple of videos ago, heart rate's good. So well, it's not great, but at the moment 145. And I'm basically, there we go, it's a 6:53 mile right on cue. So although I try and run my moderates around 6:40ish, I can't hit it without pushing too hard. So I'm just settling into a rhythm that my body wants. But that heart rate is relatively solid, which really shows. Can't trust the heart rate because that would show you really there's not a lot wrong. But trust me, I feel like rubbish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this short. Respect that my body needs a bit of rest. Probably just going to do like an hour. I plan to, and head home, wait for the Alphaflys to come and unbox them. Surreal moment alert. I've started the second loop. That was really bizarre. I just feel so much better. I'm not quite sure why, but on the second half of that loop, after I recorded that last bit, I just flicked my heart rate screen on and I ran to that. I never do that, but I thought let's just keep an eye on it, and it was mid to late 140s, creep into early 150s here and there, which is pretty standard for this type of run. So I thought this simply feels like just a bit of a lack of energy rather than a cold that's sort of attacking my body like a virus. It just feels like it's just drained me of energy. So I got down onto the flat and I was just like, got to the turning point to go home or to start another loop, and I just went, let's try. So here I am, 1 hour 5 minutes in, going for another loop. I have just cracked open a gel just to help. I did that 2 minutes ago, and I'm just going to sip on that every half mile, every mile. I'm not going to take loads of gels, just that one, just to keep my energy topped up, but we'll see how far we go. I won't give you another update. I'll give you an update when we're home. This is what I did. Let's dive in, shall we? So just very quickly, long run done, 90 minutes. It's now Sunday, recorded that Saturday. Yeah, 90 minutes done, way more than I expected when I set out that morning. I really wanted to bail after sort of like half an hour. But that second half of the loop, it just started to feel good. And like I said, I just thought, okay, just kind of gather your thoughts here. What's going on with your body? Just kind of try and connect a little bit and see if you're really feeling rough and you need to go home, or if this is kind of an energy issue. Hence why I looked at my heart rate. Heart rate was fine. So you can probably hear I'm still a little bit bunged up, but on the whole, I felt fine yesterday afternoon, which was great. And this morning I feel like normal, just a little bit bunged up in the sinuses, but throat and everything's completely cleared. So all is good. Happy with that. Just kind of pleased that I ended up doing mind over matter, because sometimes you kind of get out there and I couldn't tell if it was I'm not sure if I can be bothered. I just feel a bit rough and I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself, and if I can push on. Hence why I checked the heart rate. Heart rate was good, so glad I got that second loop done. Just backed off the pace a bit, just kept it sensible, and I feel good for doing it. So happy with that. Yeah, let's dive into these beauties. A few points to make as we go through this, and I'm going to be brutally honest and probably say a couple of things that you've probably not seen in reviews yet. So obviously I'm not running these. The next video on the channel will be my first impressions, so make sure you subscribe to find out what that's going to be, because I've got a Monday run to test these in, which I'm excited to do, and I have a plan for that. I'm going to be going through the gears on that run to really give them a good test. So let's jump in. Loving the prototype colorway that Nike have been releasing this year. A shoe must be three things. It must be light, and that's it, comfortable, and then I guess you fill in the blank. Well, let's just make a statement right now. I gather this shoe has gained weight, so I'm not 100% sure about that, but we'll see. Anyway, prototype colourway, so it comes with the bag that we've been used to seeing in a lot of track spikes and some of the Streak Flies and Next Percents this year. And we'll dive straight in and we'll just grab this one here. So here we go, we have the Alphafly version 2 in hand. This has been doing the rounds on social media for a few months now. Seen a lot of prototypes come and go, but this is the final version. There's a couple of things to say about this shoe. I've just walked around the house in it. Now, I'm not going to give away in my size what the weight gain is. A few people in smaller sizes have said 20-25 grams. Stay tuned for the review on that. But I am overall excited to try this. There's a couple of things that you guys need to be aware of, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you right now and say straight up front, this is bought with my money, £275. If this isn't really cut out to be what I need it to be, I'm sending it back. I'm going to do a few tests. I've got Frampton 10K in 2 weeks on Monday, or 2 weeks when you see this video. I'm going to keep it to that point. I want to race in it. And if I feel like it's really not going to be my London Marathon shoe, because this is the purpose of this, I've invested in this to be my London Marathon racing shoe. If it's not what I want it to be, I'm going to use the Alphafly version 1, so I'm going to send them back. So we'll do some testing in them and we'll see what it's all about, and I'm super excited to give you my thoughts on that review. Three things, let's start off with that. From me just walking around the house. Number one, blimmin' heck, it took about 5 minutes to get my foot into the shoe. This is quite a tight area, so just beware. Well, yeah, I don't think I've spoken to anyone yet that hasn't struggled to get their foot into the shoe. And I'm going to gather that this will kind of loosen up over time and stretch, but that first trying to get the shoe in, yeah, it was pretty tough. I foresee a few people's pull tabs here snapping off. I don't know if you can see the stitching on that, holding it onto the tongue area. Looks a little bit flimsy, so we'll see. I reckon we're going to see a lot of people just trying to kind of like pull the shoe on and snap. That's going to come off. That's a prediction. Different cushioning around the back there. Really comfy, actually. Got to be honest with you. Prefer this to the first version from what I've seen so far. Interesting addition of the zoomx below the pods. My take on this, they'll say it's performance. My take on it is there was way too many burst AirPods in the shoe. People were wearing it down on this side and then bursting the AirPods too quickly. My guess is they say performance. My guess is they've put a bit under there so it prolongs the life of them. They've seen all the images on social media of people wearing through this bit quickly, landing on the outside, rolling in, wearing this down, pop goes the AirPod, job done, returning the shoe. So I think this is for longevity. They won't tell you that. That's just my thoughts. I'd love to know what you think on that. Upper feels good. Everything feels good. Toe box is wider. Oh, toe box is wider. Not that it was an issue in the Alphafly version 1, but the toe box is wider. My toes just felt like they had room to breathe, and that is so good. A brilliant update. Really happy with that. The final thing is the midsole foam. I'm going to say it how it is. I think this is the foam that they're using in the V2. If you guys follow the channel, you'll know my gripe with the V2. I'm sure they changed the composition, the compound, whatever you want to call it, of the foam between the Next Percent version 1 and the Next Percent version 2. Here's version 1. Super soft, super squidgy, feels lovely and bouncy underfoot. Version 2 comes along and it feels plasticky, a little bit firmer, a little bit harder, still springy, but it felt different. A lot of you guys agree with me. You went, yeah, and a lot of you actually sent your Next Percent 2s back and bought the ones on discount, and that was a smart move because I didn't. But a few of you disagree with me. A few of you said the batches change on the zoomx. So I get that. I get that not every batch is going to be exactly the same, but for me there was a clear difference. It just felt plasticky and it felt a little bit less responsive than the version 1 foam. I get the version 1 Alphafly on discount and go, oh my goodness, this foam, this is what's in the version 1 Vaporfly. This is amazing. This feels really good, super soft, super squishy. This is why I love this shoe, because it reminds me, this foam feels like exactly the same composition as the version 1 compound, whatever you want to call it. This looks shiny and plasticky and feels a bit firmer, and from what I've read from other people, they are also saying that it feels a little bit firmer than version 1. Therefore, I suspect that this is probably the same type of compound in version 2 Vaporfly as it is in this. So although it's still squishy and although it feels nice and bouncy on foot walking around the house, I suspect that this is going to feel slightly firmer when I try it. Now here's the thing, I can't confirm that, Nike won't confirm that. These are just my thoughts and my honest thoughts and opinions, hence why I said straight off the bat before diving into this unboxing, if this does not cut the mustard, it will go back, because quite honestly, if I can get another pair of version 1s on discount, then I will. Having said that, please don't get me wrong, I'm not slating this shoe in any way, shape or form. I am beyond excited to try this, and I think it's going to be absolutely epic, and I think it's going to be awesome. But for me, it really does need to be pretty special for me to keep hold of it, to spend £275, because do you know what? Times are tight. Money is tight. Cost of living is going through the roof. I can't afford to be spending £275 on a pair of shoes that are just going to be okay. But I am excited. You know, I'm probably being a little bit too honest and maybe sounding a little bit negative. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say that this thing needs to live up to the hype. So overall, first impressions, kind of taking it out, walking around, I'm excited. The toe box, the comfort levels, I mean comfort, it gets a plus for me. Some good updates. This cushioning here, this wider toe box, that's a step forward from version 1. So it's now going to be all about the foam. How does the foam feel? How does the shoe feel over time? And is the weight gain going to make the big difference? That's my thoughts. That's the unboxing of the Alphafly version 2. As I said, subscribe, stay tuned for the next video, which will be my first thoughts on this, my first impressions. And obviously a few of you guys got it from ProDirect if you're in the UK and sports shoes, and you had it delivered on Friday. I'm sure some of you have taken it out for a run already. Let me know and the people know in the comments below if you got a pair. How was your first run? Let everyone know. If not, keep quiet, wait until the next video and then drop a comment on that one. So there we go, excited for this. Can't wait to test it out next week. Going to be some good tests, as I said. First impressions, we'll be doing a long run in it, and of course Frampton 10K, excuse me, in 2 weeks time. Mega excited to test it out in a race. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and me and this thing will see you on the next one. Until then.